Hey, ever wondered why North Korea became one of the world's most isolated countries? Let's rewind to the 1990s, a decade that changed everything for an entire nation. The roots of North Korea's economic crisis go deep, but things hit rock bottom in the early 90s. Why? Well, it starts with the collapse of the Soviet Union. North Korea lost its biggest trading partner almost overnight. Suddenly, there were no more cheap oil shipments or guaranteed markets for North Korean goods. Imagine running a factory, and one day, all your raw materials just stop arriving. That's what happened, on a massive scale. Now, add international sanctions to the mix. The world was getting nervous about North Korea's nuclear ambitions. So, countries started pulling out one by one, cutting trade and financial ties. These weren't just any sanctions. They hit the essentials: fuel, machinery, even food aid. This double whammy plunged North Korea into a full-blown economic disaster. Factories went silent, power plants shut down, and the lights literally went out across the country. People started calling it the Arduous March, a fancy phrase for a period of daily struggle and, for many, starvation. Here's what's wild. North Korea used to be more developed than South Korea, but by the late 90s, things flipped. Crops failed, transportation broke down, and millions faced hunger. Some estimates say hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, died because of famine and disease. Why couldn't North Korea just bounce back? Well, strict government controls meant people couldn't trade freely or find new ways to survive. Borders were closed, and outside help was almost impossible to get. The government focused on its military and nuclear program, hoping to negotiate with the outside world, but that just brought more sanctions. So how did ordinary people cope? Many turned to black markets. People traded whatever they had: rice, clothes, even soap. These underground networks became lifelines, helping some survive when the official system failed. By the end of the decade, North Korea was a shadow of its former self, economically crippled and even more cut off from the outside world. The effects of those sanctions are still felt today, shaping how North Korea interacts with the rest of the globe. So next time you hear about North Korea's isolation, remember, the crisis of the 1990s wasn't just about politics. It was about real people facing impossible choices in the shadow of sanctions and famine. Thanks for watching.